Hello, in this module we're going to be talking about the Ancova, which is just like any other, it's just a variation of any other of the Ancova test that we've ran, except that you also are controlling a variable. So a control variable is a variable that exists that may change the effect that you're looking for, but is of no theoretic interest. So it's nothing that you can change. So like a lot of times gender is a control variable. Or if we are trying to measure aggression after a stimulus, then maybe state aggression would be a control variable. And then we'd expose people, we would measure for state aggression, we would expose them to some sort of stimulus, and then we would then afterwards measure for aggression again, and we would some sort of difference that we would control there, and then look for differences on aggression between groups, between a group that got exposed to the stimulus and a group that didn't. So it's pretty simple to actually put this into action, and all of the same assumptions for every other ANOVA test that we've ran apply within the particular ANOVA test. So if we're running an Ancova in a one-way ANOVA, then we need to have homoscedasticity, normality, independence, non-correlated errors, and equal cell size. If we're doing it with a K-way ANOVA, the same things rely on that. And in a repeated measures ANOVA, we need everything but the independence variable, just like we would in a normal repeated measures ANOVA. And controlling for a variable is very, very simple to do. I'm going to demonstrate that with a univariate, a one-way normal ANOVA. And if we need to go back and select our cases again, and we're going to select if those three countries and not other gender. Actually, we don't even need the not other gender for this test, since we're only doing the one way. So we can just have the three different countries. We'll click OK, so that those three countries are selected. Then we'll just go to General Linear Models, Univariate. We'll move gender over there. So we got political violence based on country, and let's say we want to control for gender. So we move that into the covariate box. Please notice now you can't do any post-hoc tests with an Ancova. So you need to do t-tests between groups if there's something there that you want to look at, if you want to see exactly where the differences lie. We'll just click OK. And there's all our means. There's our Levine's test, again, that is non-significant, just what we want. And here is the test when we are controlling for gender. As you can see, gender was entered into the model first, and then country was entered into the model second. And again, in this case, it is non-significant. So to read this output, you just go to the line for the variable of interest, and that is the one that you would look at. And it's the same case if you're doing a K-way ANOVA or a repeated measures ANOVA. You just look at the line of interest. What will happen is this variable that you're controlling for will be entered into the model first, and then we'll then put this model in the variable of interest in there. And you'll see kind of this same sort of situation when we get talking about regression, and we'll again see how the two tests are very similar, and how ANOVA is just a specialized regression test. And that's it for the Ancova in this case. Just remember, you need to look at the test here. And in the case that this was violated, we then wouldn't be able to do this test, or we would have to transform our variables, log our variables, just like log transform our variables, just like we'll go over when we are talking about regression in more detail. So that's it for this module, and that's it for this week. Please feel free to ask any questions you have below, and I will answer them. Thanks.